coming up, we need to get this onto that. Let's go. Now, because I'm not the Hulk, we will be using this weird thing to do the heavy lifting. This is called a chain block. It's basically a tool that turns you into the Hulk just without you turning green and your clothes tearing and all those freaky things. So basically you'll hook whatever you are lifting onto that hook there. Some magic happens there inside, and this thing lifts whatever you want to lift. Now basically to lift this thing back onto the frame of the bakkie, we'll need to add these rails back so that we've got something to hook up to and lift. Unfortunately, for half the footage of today, I had my microphone turned off. And so I'm having to do all this voiceover stuff, which I'm not a great fan of. So apologies for that, but enjoy watching me in silence. Okay, maybe I'll add some music for you guys. Adding the rails back to this truck bed so that we can lift this thing and get it back where it belongs. So the other side is basically just a copy and paste of what I'm doing here. So I'm not going to bore you with all of that. I'll see you when we start setting up this thing to get it lifted. Okay, so here basically I've got a nice solid strong chain that I'm going to hook around one of the roof trusses. That will give us a nice strong point to lift the whole truck bed from. This is an old piece of chain that I found in my workshop, and we'll be hooking that chain block up to this thing, which will then enable us to lift the truck bed. This block chain is rated to pick up to a ton of weight. This truck bed's definitely not a ton, so we should be sweet. Now over here, I actually went into a very detailed, in-depth explanation of how this thing works. Okay, not really. I was just giving a basic demo, but what you basically can see there is with pulling that shiny chain, it lowers or picks up the hook that you hook the truck bed to. There's some magic that happens in that blue part there at the top that turns you into Hulk, gives you all that extra power to be able to lift this thing by yourself. We'll see it in action just now. There I'm basically explaining something more. Can't remember what I said. Sorry. Okay, so of course Murphy's Law, the last clip where I actually lifted this thing off its stand. And also it seems like my microphone decided not to work. Ain't that lovely? But anywho, let's get the bucky in here. See if we can get this thing lined up. Okay, something was hitting. It looks like it's that rear wheel. So let's lift this thing up a bit more. Okay, cool. That's clear now. Yep. Should. Okay. Let's try that again. Gonna do it like this for now. Shit, I can actually come a bit closer. Quite a bit, actually. But let's do that by hand rather. I don't want to be very much closer than this. Nice, okay. I'm gonna lower this down slowly now. checking the whole time where we are and everything that needs to be checked. And just make sure this freaking thing is still recording, and it looks like it is. Okay, so you can see I've got the load bin quite close, so I'm gonna start bringing this thing down now. I don't want to bump. Okay. Okay, so we've got one point that's touching on this side. Let me come and check what's happening here. Okay, so I can get that in there so it can stop interfering with anything else. Okay, let me see if I can get that one bolt more or less in position. Then at least it will help us adjust the rest. Yeah, see guys, this thing is exactly on its spot. Now just to get this bolt to start, let me just see. Okay, bolt started. Sweet, so we've got one right in position. That's awesome. Okay, it's very close, yeah. Okay, this side needs to come quite a bit closer. Okay, so let's go down a bit. Okay, it looks like we've got touchdown here in front. So let me see if I can get this bolt started as well. So, Cool. Okay, so now both front bolts are in position. So let's get this thing down all the way. And for the first time in 9 months, the bakkie looks kind of complete again. Sweet, my bro. Okay, let me go and check the rest of the bolts and get this thing bolted down. Okay, so there we have it. Hey. Okay, so let me talk about this chain thingy-majig, block and tackle, chain block a bit. It was the cheapest one I could find, of course. I paid 1,000 rand for it, and it can lift up to a ton. And obviously it works very well. And the bakkie's back together. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers.